Larry Strain, you're going to tell us about this KC-135?
No, Dave Kima, but I was going to jump in and say it's got the CFM56 engines in it, same engines that power the Boeing 757 jet. And that 757 is like a rocket ship. And this thing has got four on it, and it can go. Very quiet, very environmentally friendly. Doesn't smoke. It just quietly takes off.
Yeah, those turbofans are way different than the turbojets they started with their noise and smoke. They used to be one of the noisiest airplanes in the world.
And a lot of that black smoke coming out of the tailpipe.
Aircraft Spruce and Specialty gets a big shout out for their support this year, not only as the hosting sponsor of the Hangar B exhibit hall, but this year Jim Irwin and his team really stepped up to assist the Aerospace Center for Excellence. Hey, Dave Kimit's on a roll.
There he comes on the takeoff roll. Let's see if he's that quiet today, folks. Isn't that amazingly quiet for a big 4-engine jet? Incredible. It's the Air Education and Training Command's KC-135 aerial demonstration team. They're presenting to you today's flight demonstration by the backbone of America's air refueling fleet and global reach capability, the Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker. The 97th Air Mobility Wing has the unique mission of training the world's KC-135, C-17 and KC-46 pilots, loadmasters, and boom operators. Every year, over 2,000 students graduate from the rigorous aircrew training given at Altus Air Force Base. During air refueling, receiver pilots and KC-135 boom operators must work as a team, maintaining a stable position for upwards of 20 minutes with only 20 feet between the bodies of the aircraft. Now, these aircraft are so large that even a slight movement in one actually affects the aerodynamics of the other. The ability to transfer fuel has proven itself a vital component to the Air Force's capability to accomplish its primary missions of global reach and global power. It allows aircraft to fly around the globe in a matter of hours without the need to land in order to safely deliver vital equipment, personnel, and medical supplies. So let's keep our eyes to the sky and watch the KC-135 as he's inbound. The Stratotanker is going to approach the airfield in an air refueling configuration. Normally, air refueling is accomplished at upwards of 20,000 feet. This KC-135 will be passing by in the typical air refueling configuration with its boom lowered, ready and waiting for the thirsty receiver aircraft. The KC-135 is able to transfer fuel at the astonishing rate of 6,500 pounds per minute. That is an incredible 1,000 gallons per minute. Now, some of the heavier bombers and transport aircrafts will stay in close contact for almost 20 minutes while the tanker transfers fuel. So let's keep our eyes to the sky with the KC-135 off to the left. Should have that fuel probe out in the fueling position as he comes by show center. The KC-135 aircrew for today's show: Major Ben Martin of Topeka, Kansas, Captain Matt Schaefer of Orlando, Florida, Captain Chris Bremer of Buffalo Park, Alabama. They're assisted by boom operators Technical Sergeant Leslie Davis of Benson, North Carolina, and Technical Sergeant Sergey Fixelli of Howard City, Michigan. The Stratotanker provides the core aerial refueling capability for the United States Air Force and has excelled in this role for more than 60 years. It first entered service in '65. The KC-135 has served proudly in every major Air Force operation since the Vietnam War. It provides aerial refueling support to Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and allied nation aircraft. Let's watch. That probe is out in the fueling position. This airplane carries up to 200,000 pounds of fuel. That goes into 30,000 gallons. Now, a skilled boom operator can offload enough fuel in 1 minute to provide a single car with a year's supply of fuel. With its capacity, the 135 would be able to fuel over 1,800 cars. On the turnaround, the 135 is now maneuvering for a low-speed pass within a few feet of the runway surface. The low-hanging engine nacelles on this aircraft provide only 18 inches of clearance from the ground. This landing attitude demonstration is performed to show student pilots the proper landing picture for a safe touchdown. The KC-135 is limited to a mere 4 degrees of bank upon landing, making it a challenging aircraft to land in windy conditions. We're going to have to watch and see as the pilots hold the tanker within 10 feet of the ground. On the turnaround out on the northeast end. In a 9270 turnaround, should be familiar to most pilots. KC-135 boasts a wingspan of 130 feet, has a maximum speed of 513 miles per hour. This aircraft can reach a ceiling of 50,000 feet and carries a basic crew of 3 consisting of a pilot, co-pilot, and boom operator. Some missions require the addition of a navigator. A basic crew of 2 flight nurses and 3 medical technicians is added on aeromedical missions. With a full fuel load, the KC-135 can take off and land anywhere in the world. See maneuvers from the right, preparing for his approach. We're going to break away from the 135 for a very important message, but keep your eyes. Okay, we're going to do the pass first. I already described what the pass should be, and I can tell you, we'll see if the pass is what it's advertised, and as soon as it's done, he will break off and do a 9270 and get in a dirty configuration to land. So this is his second pass. The next one should be a full stop landing, but this is the one he's supposed to show you how low he can get the airplane because of its slow, or its very, very limited ground clearance tolerances. He's got the gear down. He might be going to land this time. Let's see if he's just doing the low approach.
That's a low approach.
Yeah, it is the low approach. Again, very little clearance. Only 4 degrees of tilt on landing. I bet it gets a little noisier here when he puts some power to it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The KC-135 and Altus Air Force Base. Give these guys a great big round of applause when they come in. And we're going to go to our friends in the Bahamas.
I think we're going to go to the Bahamas right now, Dave. I think so. We have some folks that want to say hi to us from the Bahamas.
Hey!
You know, Bahamas is one of our sponsors
Yeah!
here. Exactly. You land at the first island, 50 miles just offshore? Well, I guess I'm not
We
sure.
landed in Grand Bahama.
Oh, very
Okay.
good. Okay. Clear customs all right?
Perfect.
We understand that it's very, very easy in the Bahamas to clear customs, and once you clear customs, you're good for all the other airports, right? 64 airports there in the Bahamas. Well, we're glad you're having a great time. Are you enjoying watching live Airshow TV?
Yeah. Awesome.
Sounds like they had a good flight, Larry.
Well, thanks for joining us. Bye-bye. We'll see you. There you go.
Well,
there
we
you go.
Our KC-135 is back on the screen. If we've got a minute, we'll tell you one more time who's flying that airplane. Major Ben Martin of Topeka, Kansas. Captain Matt Schaefer from Orlando. Captain Chris Breimer of Bluff Park, Alabama. Boom operators on board. Technical Sergeant Leslie Davis of Benson, North Carolina. And Tech Sergeant Sergey Fischelli of Howard City, Michigan. From Altus Air Force Base, ladies and gentlemen, your KC-135 strato tanker keeping our jets flying day and night, 24/7, to keep our country safe. And the KC-135 is on short final. As he comes in and lands, we're going to change things around and make some more noise a different way, aren't we, Larry?
Absolutely, because we got Patty Wagstaff coming up.
Doesn't get much better than that.
No, flying the extra 300 LP this time. There's so many series of the extra, I can't keep up with them.
I'm wondering if the P stands for Patty.
I don't think so.
Well, they have done it with Rob Holland's airplane, different kind of airplane. So you never know.
Exactly.
You never know.
We'll get that 135 tanker on the ground. Look at that, but barn door flaps on that thing, approaching at about 140 knots. Retard. Power off.
And the distance from the inboard engine nacelles to the ground is somewhere in the neighborhood of 18 inches, which means they can only have 3 degrees of bank as they are landing, or they'll scrape the bottom of those nacelles.
The outboard engines scrape first.
Because
You
of the
aware
weight?
of that? Yep. If you get it down like that, the outboard engines will scrape first.
And that would be because they put those big turbo fans on it. Big fans instead of the turbines.
Great airplane, though. Really a great airplane. I guess you told them that they can not only haul gas, but haul the troops up on the upper
indeed.
deck. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And some cargo. Is that Miss Wagstaff? Whoa, we got a camera looking right at Patty and her 300 LP. This is going to be good. Watch her head move around. Watch as she does, for instance, vertical rolls. Watch her look to the left, to the right. She's looking out to the edge of the wing tip to make sure that she's perfectly vertical.
Put it this way, Larry, it's hard on hairdos.
Well, you'll see her move.